Welcome to Zoom Out Bitcoin, the channel where we take a step back, zoom out, and look at the bigger picture involving Bitcoin. So today is a beach edition, as I am in Florida right now. You can see the ocean behind me, so I'm just kind of walking the beach and special beach Bitcoin edition. The topic of today's video is when in doubt, zoom out. And I'm saying that because I've had multiple people, close family, friends, couple family members, that have reached out to me with the recent price movement, and they've kind of asked, what's going on with Bitcoin? Why is it going up? Why did it fall back down? What are we looking at? And to each of them, I kind of reminded, you could look at individual crypto bills, you could look at the way the money supply is expanding, or you could zoom out and look at the overall picture, which is the total amount of Bitcoin set to be mined for the year of 2025 is 160,000 Bitcoin. And if you look at ETFs, if you look at corporate Bitcoin treasury holdings, if you look at retail investors, the actual demand for Bitcoin is much, much, much higher. And that means that the price can only go in one direction, and that's up. So 160,000 Bitcoin are set to be mined in 2025. Bitcoin ETFs, year to date so far, have purchased over 200,000 Bitcoins. Bitcoin treasury companies like MicroStrategy has already purchased 120,000 Bitcoin year to date. We're only halfway through 2025, and they've nearly purchased all Bitcoin set to be mined this year. That amount of demand, especially demand that with the treasury companies, with Q2 of 2025 being the most Bitcoin purchased ever by Bitcoin treasury companies, those people are going to buy Bitcoin and hold Bitcoin. They're not selling. That type of demand outpacing the incoming supply is only going to do one thing to the price of Bitcoin, and that's send it up. If you were to look at Bitcoin supply and demand, the supply is only going down, meanwhile the demand is only increasing. It's a very unique asset. It's one of the reasons why the volatility is so much higher than other assets we've looked at and seen, and that's because it is truly a fixed and decreased supply asset. It's one of the only assets like that we have ever seen. Even gold, we increase the supply of gold by nearly 2% per year forever. And that's different. Bitcoin doesn't operate that way. So you could look at Bitcoin treasury bills. Donald Trump announced Bitcoin week this week, or crypto week this week, which obviously does a little bit for the retail hype. And there is a lot of retail hype in this asset. But if you really zoom out, we could see bills get passed. We could see individual things happen or get announced. We might see rate cuts, and people might try to point to those and say that's why it goes up, or this bill felling is why it went down. The better way to look at it is take a step back, zoom out, look at the overarching trends, look at what the demand actually looks like, the way that Bitcoin treasury companies, these are companies buying and holding Bitcoin, is only increasing, with Q2 of 2025 setting the record. As those trends go up and as the supply only gets smaller and smaller, we're gonna see the price only go in one direction. And that doesn't care about what government policies get pushed, what fiscal policies look like. And so I think that's important. That's kind of what I've been telling people as they've asked me what's happening. So I'm gonna enjoy the beach, enjoy Florida, and you all have a great time. When in doubt, zoom out.